Hey there folks, this is Kent once again with KJS Painting and Renovations. Today we're going to do some smooth wall patching over an existing texture. This house is about 100 years old. Again, another old house, but it's been redone about 10 years ago. It's got a machine texture on the wall. So I was here earlier. We have the place set up here. I've masked it off. Covered the floors, masked off the sockets here. We have an Ethernet cable and cable TV, so we've got this taped up. So we're going to put a sticky joint compound on here. So we have, this is a good product here. It's not a topping mud, it's actually a joint compound. So this is going to go up on the walls, and it's hard to get it out of this bag, so what you do is you dump it into a 5-gallon bucket with a lid. You want to make sure this is clean, and so it's essential to have this hard light. Without it you can't see much, but then when you get the light on there, I'm not so sure if the camera will pick this up, but there are these high spots on the wall. Well, right here is it's a sort of a clinker, it's a bump sticking up. Here's the trick. You take a sandpaper will work, but I like to use it this way. You just sort of run this over the wall. Okay, we've got our sanding hole here. Alright, we took care of that one. The reason why we take these off is so that when we run over it with our knife, take the knife, scrape them off. I also go through and just really push on the wall, kind of make sure that the sheetrock's not loose anywhere, and if it is, we'll put a nail or a screw in there to make sure that it's not going to come loose. And we have our mud pan here filled up, and again, this is a how-to series on how to do a smooth wall over an existing texture. This is a flat paint. And I'm going to start at the top to show you the technique. Sort of sling it up there. It's hard to explain what I'm doing, but I'm putting, when I come down, I put more English sort of on the left side of the knife, leave the right side up a little bit, and that's looking pretty good for the first coat. Let's see. It's looking that looks nice. Okay, we're doing the bottom part now. It's just working up here, so now we're at the bottom part, and I've got a couple different size knives. You can see it's good to have a couple different size knives in this tight spot. To get it down to that crack, this little thing, we sort of wiggle it until it sort of screeps out of there, and that's what you want. Okay, so now we're past the tricky part. That's good enough. And so now we're back to the Big Daddy. Same thing, get him down there. A little bit of that wiggling. Up it comes. Clean that up. Just get this on. It's difficult to do this. It takes a lot of years of practice, but you lay it in there, and it's difficult with all these different areas, especially with the camera. The thing is, you lay it in there, and it's called floating, and there we go again. It's stuck on there. I want to knock that off, otherwise it's have these lines everywhere, which we don't, and then you got to sand it. So, but just look how much nicer that is. So, and this is, you know, one-handed with the camera here. So there's always that little bit on the edge, so we wipe that in the edge of the pan, go down again into the next one. Come up with it. Wow, there's another big chunk. If you go too fast, it tends to bubble. And so much finesse and technique involved. Just if I start talking about it, I see that it starts to go away on me, but I'm doing the best I can to show you all how to do this. This is a how-to series on smooth wall. Here, we're getting a big, there's something wrong there. We're just going to leave it. We're not going to worry about it. We're getting a lot of real estate taken care of. If there's one problem area, Lord knows we'll just leave it there. after every go, you wipe off that bit that's hanging down, catch it, so it doesn't go on the floor. And at this rate, we're going to get 2 coats on in one day, which is good because then I can go off to another job. So, alright, we're going to load up the pan again. You see this chunk on the wall here? Just leave that there. There's some other imperfection here. We're going to leave that there. If you get a pretty good clean pull, just leave it. You might wonder how to get in here, and here's how you do it. We're going to use this little putty knife. I have knives even more narrow than this, so I'm not so sure if you can see this, but these bubbles are not what we want, so there's a way to go over this where they just don't appear. Hard to say exactly what technique that is that makes that such. As I'm working, as I'm moving around the room, I take the light and I bring it with me, so you can see where the work needs to be done. What I do is I run my knife around in circles here and just clean up this edge and drop the compound down into the bucket. And it's okay to use a little bit of water too to kind of wet it down. And we put the lid on it so that when we come back it won't be all dry and chunky. So I'm going to finish that up. Okay folks, we're finished today for this, I guess this would be the end of part 1 of our smooth wall. We're doing smooth wall over an existing texture. Got all the walls done in here, so these are all done. In the closet, I just sort of threw in the closet. I don't think we spoke about doing the closet, but I'd throw that in there for a bonus. I'm going to have the homeowners put on the heating for an hour or so just to make sure that this place is dry when I get here in the morning.